Good morning, students. Hope you all are well. So today we are going to discuss the next part of this chapter, that is vaccination and the immunization. Okay, so let's start with the vaccination. What is vaccination? So it is actually the process of introducing vaccine in human body or into the body of any organism to develop the immunity or to develop the immunization against a particular pathogens or a particular disease, right? So that is called the vaccination. So vaccination, how it will introduce into our body? Mainly by injections, and sometimes orally, like the polio or the polio drops. So this immunization, this gives us immunity, right? And without any infection, means whenever this weakened or the kill antigenic pathogens are introduced into our body through the injections or through the vaccine, there will not be any kind of infection into our body, and this introduction of this kill antigenic pathogen, it helps to develop the formation of the antibodies and the memory cells, like the memory B cells and the memory T cells into in our immune system. So when a vaccinated person is infected by a pathogen, when the vaccinated person is infected by a pathogen, the existing, means which the memory cells and the antibodies which already developed after the vaccination, so this existing memory B cells or the T cells, they recognize the antigen and they induce a massive formation of the B cells and the T cells and the antibodies for what? For eliminating the invading pathogens. Okay, so before going to the types of vaccination, this historical account of vaccination and immunization, this one you don't need, you just you have to remember the names of the scientists. Okay, so first is Edward Jenner, who developed the vaccine of the smallpox. Next is Louis Pasteur, who developed anti-rabies vaccine, and also the cholera, means the vaccine of cholera. Next is next scientist is Robert Koch, and who is known for the germ theory of the disease, and the last is the scientist Salk make the vaccine of the polio virus. So that's why the polio vaccine is sometimes known as the Salk vaccine. Okay, this brief description you don't need, you just have to remember the names of the scientists. Okay, next, there are different types of vaccines. So let's see what are these types. First is the live vaccines or the attenuated vaccines. Live or attenuated vaccines. Okay, so live vaccines, from the name only you can imagine that live vaccines are prepared from the live, weakened or the non-virulent organism, means the non-toxic organism. Okay, so live vaccines are prepared from the live, weakened or the non-virulent organism, like the vaccines for the measles, mumps, typhoid, sometimes OPV, that is oral polio virus, smallpox, influenza. So these are the vaccines, means these vaccines are live vaccines, and this type of vaccines give or provide lifelong immunity. Okay, next are vaccines from the kill germs. So this type of vaccines are prepared from the killed pathogenic organisms, either by heat killed or by ultraviolet ray or by any chemical like phenol or alcohol. Okay, like the plague vaccine, rabies vaccine, typhus vaccine, cholera, typhoid, Salk polio vaccine. Okay, TAB vaccine, that is paratyphoid A and paratyphoid B vaccine. It is the vaccine for the typhoid, paratyphoid actually, paratyphoid A and paratyphoid B vaccines. Okay, so that is the vaccines from kill germ. Okay, so next is the toxoids. So toxoids actually produce from the toxins. which are secreted by some organisms different types of bacteria, like the bacillus bacteria of diphtheria and the Clostridium tetani bacteria from the tetanus disease. So these bacteria secretes the toxins. Okay, so if we will treat these toxins with formaldehyde, it will denatures or it will degrade the protein nature, and they retain the capacity to produce the antitoxins against that particular toxin, like the diphtheria toxoid and the tetanus toxoid. So these vaccines provide passive immunity for a short period of time, right? So means if we have any deep cut with that any injury, means deep cut or any big injury, that time we have to take that tetanus. So it gives it's provide the passive immunity for a short period of time. So next are cellular fractions. So cellular fractions, it is the means the degradation of the very small fragments of the cell. Extracted cellular fractions, these are also used for preparing vaccines sometimes, like the pneumococcal vaccines from the polysaccharide content in the capsule of the organisms, hepatitis B polypeptide vaccine, meningococcal vaccine for the polysaccharide antigen from the cell wall. This is actually the very minute microscopic fractions extracted from the cell, okay, of that particular bacteria. Next is the combination. In combination, so you have seen that DPT vaccine or the MMR vaccine. So these are actually the combinations of vaccines for different disease, like DPT for diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, and MMR for measles, mumps, and rubella. So in this case, more than one immunizing vaccines are included. Okay, next. So these are different types of vaccines. Again, we can divide vaccines into three types. Actually, the first generation vaccines, second generation vaccines, and the third generation vaccines. Okay, so the first generation vaccines are those which are produced by some conventional techniques, by use means from the whole microorganism or from the whole pathogen. These are actually the live attenuated vaccine or killed or the inactivated vaccines, and the toxoids, means the first three, live or attenuated vaccines from the kill germs and the toxins. Okay, so these are known as the first generation vaccines. Next is the second generation vaccines, means these types of vaccines are prepared by genetic engineering or by recombinant DNA technology. Okay, for vaccination against any viral disease, the viral particles, means we have to extract that viral particles from that particular virus or bacteria. Then we have to genetically modify their DNA or their RNA by removing or adding the genes, so that they are not able to make that disease any further. Okay, and but they cannot make the disease, but they have to form the antibodies. So likewise, we have to change the DNA by adding or removing the genes from that viral DNA or the RNA. So these type of vaccines, which are prepared by genetic engineering or by recombinant DNA technology, is known as the second generation vaccines. Okay, and like the hepatitis B virus vaccine and pneumonia vaccine, like this. And the third generation vaccine, these are actually known as the synthetic vaccines, because they are chemically synthesized vaccine. Okay, like vaccines against diphtheria toxin and the leukemia virus. So vaccination takes some time to react. So therefore, for a quick treatment against any toxins, poisons, or any snake venom, performed antibodies or antitoxins or antivitamins are injected to the patients. Okay, so such vaccines have been found very useful in case of tetanus and snake bites. Okay, these are these are the chemicals which are actually these are the toxins and the antitoxins like this. So these chemically synthesized vaccine are known as the third generation vaccines. Okay.